Good morning. Today we're going to do lesson 101 in phonics. I'm Miss Bragg. We're going to talk about final stable syllable S-I-O-N. So if you will repeat the words in pink after me: session, tension, session, tension. What sound do you hear in the final position? You should hear shun. Looks like this, not like that. Hold on. Here we go. Let's do this. Have that sound. So shun. This is what you're going to hear. What is making that sound? Do you know in the word what would be making the shun sound? It would be the S-I-O-N. So now I want you to echo these words and listen for the sound that's the same in the final position. Look at the green words: fusion, version. What sound do you hear in the final position? Shun again. So what is making that sound? S-I-O-N. That's right. The letters S-I-O-N are making both the shun and the zhun. If you'll hear fusion, version, you hear kind of a Z in there. So let me show you what that would look like. So we have one has kind of an SH sound, one has a Z sound. What do you think the letters S-I-O-N are called? Do you know what we call that? Final stable syllable. Who remembers why a final stable syllables are called that? It is because they are in the final position, because their sound is stable and does not change, and also because they have their own vowel sound. So that's right. Even though final stable syllable S-I-O-N can make two sounds, the only difference between the sounds is that the letter S is voiced in one and unvoiced in the other. And that means an S sound or a Z sound. So let's go ahead and put a bracket around each of the final stable syllables in these words. Let's change colors. Go back to this color. Where is the accent mark when we say these words? I'll repeat them: session, tension, fusion, version. We're accenting the first syllable in each word. First syllable. We don't want to do any further coding on the final stable syllable S-I-O-N, but let's see if we can finish coding the rest of the word. So let's first start with session. Session. We have a short E sound. Basically, that's it. Tension, short E sound. Let's look at fusion. A little bit different here. We have a long U sound, and version is a combination, so we put an arc. Now, sometimes something unusual occurs when a word contains the letter I and a final stable syllable. So let me show you an example of that. If you'll look at the purple word, vision, what should we do before we code the rest of this word? Let's put a bracket around that part. Now we're going to look at the I. How should the I be coded? Would we put a long I? Because normally, if we look at fusion, and it just has that vowel, it made it long. But then you have the word vision. Vision. So we need to remember that the I sometimes doesn't follow a rule when it is found in a combination with a final stable syllable. If you have coded a word like this and it doesn't sound right, if you put a long mark over it or code, macron, and you say it and it says vision, and that doesn't sound right. So we need to switch it and see if we could try something different. We're going to put a breathe, and we have the word vision. which means to see something. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Let's grab our worksheet, and we're going to go over some coding. Before we do that, I'm going to ask you a couple of quick questions on how to code some different parts of the word. How do we code scribble O's? Remember the scribble O? We did that a lesson or two ago. It is an upside down E, which we call a schwa. How do we code an A that comes after a W or a QU or before L's? That would be double dots, like watch, watch. How do we code voiced letters? Voiced letters. Like if it is a voiced S that sounds like a Z, we're going to put a line through it. How do we code silent letters? Like if an E is at the end of a word, we would cross through it if we do not hear it. So let's pull our worksheet 101 and code some words. All right, you should have this worksheet pulled. This is worksheet 101, not the homework side. Make sure your words match mine. If you'll echo the words after me: confusion, congested, mull, pause, shadow, permission. So let's start with confusion. Do you see a final stable syllable? Sure do. So let's go ahead and box it in. Next we have confusion. We have 3 syllables here. So let's go ahead and label VCCV. And we have confusion. So let's go ahead and divide here. So there's our 3 syllables. And then the K back needs to go on the C because I have a k sound. Short U. So we're going to do the schwa, confusion. And the U is long. Next word, congested. Do we have a final stable syllable? We do not, but we do have an ED suffix that made this past tense. So we're going to box it in and then just work on the rest of the word, the root word, congest. So let's go ahead and put in VCCV. We're going to divide between the consonants. So there's our congested. We have a K sound, so we put a K back. We have a sound again, so we're going to put a schwa. And we have congested. Oh, that G sounds like a J, so don't forget your dot over the G and a short E sound. Mull, mull, ah. So we're going to do double dot because we have a short O sound. Pause. AU goes together. We're going to underline the AU sound for digraph AU. We do not hear the E, so we're going to cross it out. It's silent. Shadow, shadow. I see vowel, consonant, vowel pattern. So we have shadow, okay? We're going to underline the digraph SH. We have a short A sound and a long O sound. Permission, permission. Final stable syllable. We have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. So let's divide between the consonants. We have ER combination, so we put an arc, and the I is short. And we will draw a line, a shadow, to the shadow word. All right, let's read the paragraph. Good manners are ways of acting that make other people like to be near you. When you bump into someone or leave a room or table, you should say, "Excuse me" or "Pardon me." Burping in public is not good manners, but if it does happen, it is good manners to say "Excuse me" or "Pardon me." When should you say "Excuse me"? Now on this one, there's not really a right answer. It just needs to be when you do something that you think might have bothered someone else. So you could write down your own answer there. When should you use good manners? I would hope all the time. And so you write what you think. People like friends with good manners. I would think that that would be a yes. Most people want to hang out with people that have good manners. All right, guys. Have a great day. Flip your paper over, finish the back, and send a picture to your teacher. Bye.